if sports were probably cut here, I'd probably move districts. I probably wouldn't be going here next year because sports are pretty much what I've been doing all my life. It's what I rely on, like to get into college, scholarships and stuff. So without sports, I probably wouldn't have the motivation to keep my grades up.
No sports, my grades might drop. I might have to leave the school to go play sports because I love sports. It helps me keep my grades up. It's like the discipline keeps kids out of trouble and out of gangs and stuff too, I think.
If there's like literally like no sports at Rosemont High School, like for me, like I'll probably be the same like person like I was before I started playing football. And the person before that I was playing football, I hung out with the wrong crowd. And, like basically like, I just did whatever like I thought was cool and all, but then like once I got into football, like, it just set me straight. It put me in the right crowd, and it just made me go through like high school like much funner and like in the right way too at the same time. Without it, I probably would have dropped out, done homeschool, and probably like maybe try to go to college or something. But then like most likely I probably never taken that path if I didn't play football or something. If I didn't play football, it'd been all bad for me.
I honestly don't know where I'd be at right now, and I think football for me is one of the best things that happen, and I think it's one of the best things for high school kids to happen. I think if you just cut the program, that you're going to devastate a lot of guys' lives in high school. It might seem so insignificant, but if we didn't have it, it would really devastate everybody that would play football, because that is pretty much our whole life. Brotherhood, and I've had the coaches were to me been all 4 years role models. From my freshman coach to Coach Wallen as the head varsity coach, they've all been like role models to me, and I've been able to look up to them, and they helped me more than just becoming a football player, and helped develop me into the person I am today.
Probably be like kids for sports. It's kind of like a strive for them to do better. It's like things that they have to keep them motivated. So like without motivation, kids probably wouldn't really care a whole lot, like what they're doing, what happens, what they're going to do later on in life.
What I say is like, if they want the kids or the kids to like be and like to do what you want them to do, keep the sports around. Like, even like soccer, track, tennis, like any athletic sports out there, because it'll keep the kids straight throughout the whole high school year. Without sports, they'll probably end up dropping out or hanging out with the wrong crowd, or start doing like a bunch of drugs or something like that. Without sports, it's basically like high school. There's no really point of like really going to school, really, because there's nothing to keep you active besides hanging out with your friends outside of school, which is really bad for you, ditching all the time, and or going doing stuff that you're not supposed to be doing.
I think football, you would take a lot more away from just the fact that you take away a program. First of all, you would devastate directly the lives of every single boy that played. We had, I think it was 36 guys on the football team this year, and if you took it away, I guarantee you that 20 of us would have not been in school. If we were in school, we would not be on track to graduate. We'd be getting in trouble all the time and everything. It not only helps out the people directly right there, it's a way to bring the community around together, to where this year when we went ahead and we actually had a really good season this year, and going to the second round of playoffs, to where the whole school backed us up. It boosted school spirit. The community was interested in us, and it not only helps the players that are actually in it, but it just helps the school out in so many ways and everything. And it's something for everybody to gather together for a common cause. And so I think that cutting the football program, or any sports program, but especially football, would be one of the worst decisions you can make.